Hey, Natsu here. Third what if of the day. This is going to be part 2 of my what if Deku had KO's power from OKKO. And the last part ended it with Deku basically having the most points, saving Uraraka, Momo having one for all, and Bakugo being sorry about that. About 4 times what he was in the anime. So now we get to Deku receiving his letter. He's accepted in, and then he arrived in class, which yeah, basically um, sorry about that. I'm tired a bit. Okay, so basically in class everything kind of happened the same. Um, until as they will tell them to go change. So first thing that happens is that Kirishima sees that both Bakugo and Deku have a huge amount of muscle. As well as asking them how much did they train, and Deku basically tells them that the amount of training he did, well, that they did, basically pointing to Bakugo, he only has a he has an explosion quirk, and yet his he has something that looks like super strength. And then Bakugo directly stating how much he can actually lift, which everyone is basically freaking impressed. Then he says, yeah, but you don't know about him, basically pointing to Deku, which they ask, how much do you weigh? Sorry, how much can you lift? With Deku basically saying, I don't know, I know I can lift what he lifts with one hand, but yeah, I don't know how strong I truly am. With every one of them basically thinking, what the hell? Then asking him, oh, they go to ask him something else. Mineta says there's a hole. Um, the same thing happened with Jiro basically getting him in the eye. Then they just hear the voice of Deku, basically, and then Mineta. Well, no, they hear the voice of Mineta saying, "Hey, why are you grabbing me?" And then the voice of Deku saying, "It's not a good thing to look in the girl's bedroom." And basically just kind of they hear at like someone getting hit basically, but it's not that Mineta's getting hit. No, it's more that he got thrown away. One of the girls tried to look through the hole, but for some reason it's blocked. And basically all that happened is something like Deku basically just placed himself in front of it, basically putting his back towards it, so they kind of don't see anything. In reality, it's more to keep Minsta away from the hole, because he doesn't think that the girls would look, even though, yeah, they kind of tried to. So after all of that happened, they get outside, and Aizawa tells them, well, explains them that they're going to do a quirk apprehension test, and throws the ball to Deku and tell him, send it as far as you can. Deku goes to throw it normally, and Aizawa tells him, you can use your quirk also. Which Deku looks and just decide that, okay, and basically just goes turbo. Places energy around the ball and just throws it, and it basically goes like 7 kilometers away. So it's pretty high, pretty far. If he would have thrown straight up, it would have went straight out in space, but yeah. Reason for that is that there's less air pressure that would be pushing away from where he's launching it. So straight up, yes, it's being pushed around, but it's not being pushed straight down. So would have probably got there. So basically, after that happens, someone says that it's going to be fun. Um, Aizawa says the same thing about the last one thrown out of school. Everyone tries their best, and then we go to jump test. Deku just flies. Basically, it still goes turbo. Just basically make sure that he's able to control it. Since he can fly normally, but he's kind of a bit less capable, I would say. Speed, well, 10-meter dash. Basically, he gets the win. Um, the grip test, he won easily. After that, the side-to-side jump, he gets less than Mineta because Mineta basically just places balls around him and is being bounced from one side to another. And yeah, so in the end, basically, Deku's still first place. Bakugo gets he gets 4 times the amount at the ball throw that he did in the anime. He's able to fly, kind of, thanks to his explosions. So, so yeah, basically he gets the first place, basically. So the next day, basically, the suit he has, well, he kind of just makes the same suit as in the original. So yeah, doesn't really change there. After that, there is the next day that it's the test with All Might. Well, hero versus villain. The same teams are made. Sorry about that. Basically, the battle between Ochako and Deku versus Bakugo and Ida. Bakugo tells Ida that the only way they can stop them is, well, to stop Deku mostly, because he's basically the full powerhouse of that. Which Ida asks, okay, so how do you want to do it? And Bakugo says, in one-on-one battle, he won't be defeated. Which Ida says, well, I'm sure against All Might he would be. And Bakugo looks at him and says, he won't be defeated in a one-on-one battle. Every time he gets damaged, his body doesn't even seem to actually have a scratch on him. Burn him, he basically just shakes off, and it's as if the ashes on his body just kind of falls off. Hell, I saw someone use a freaking sword on him, cutting him in half, and his body wasn't actually cut. He still felt the damage, but he can take a huge amount. My quirk is useless against him. He can take it and take it and take it. By this point, I'm pretty sure it doesn't even harm him anymore. Then Ida asks, okay, so how do we beat him? And Bakugo says, we stall for time. Both of us need to go, and we need to make sure that neither of them are able to get close to this place. So they both go down, leaving the bomb, well, unprotected. Momo, basically knowing both Deku and Bakugo, thinks that it's a bold move because, well, they literally leave the place unprotected. Bakugo and Ida are trying to get down to basically intercept. And then suddenly they just hear a big boom. And then All Might saying, heroes win. Bakugo doesn't get what's happening, either, and then Bakugo just realizes they didn't even enter the building. Because Bakugo didn't take in count that, oh yeah, he's supposed to find a bomb in the building, so he's going to enter. That's what he thought. But it's not an underground building. It's up. It's going up. So Deku doesn't even need to enter the building. He just needs to try and find it from the outside and just go get it. So Bakugo kind of forgot about that small detail. And basically just kind of started to say stuff like, damn it, I should have seen that coming. Why didn't I see that coming? It's one of the it's one of the things he has that he always does. And basically Ida tries to tell him to not fight himself like that it's not his fault. And then Bakugo says, it's not my fault. I'm the one who knows him the most. Hell, we spent our entire childhood together, and I've never been able to defeat him because of his quirks. The energy he releases basically protects him 24/7. I've never seen anything actually leave an actual impact on his body. Which Ida basically realized that, wait, that means nothing's been able to harm him and keep him down for long. Which Bakugo then looked at him and said, the last time I saw him be defeated, I think he was fighting against bullies and there was like 8 of them. And Ida's basically thinking, why would he fight against bullies? Which Bakugo says, it's more that they kind of forced him to fight. We were 10, they were in the many years older, and they just kind of tried to fight him. He was able to take a lot of them down. 6 out of 8, if I remember, but he still got put down after all that. The battle took a while, and literally, it took 8 people to put him down. 8. Which basically everyone else basically hears that in the control room at the same time. Even All Might, and they're basically just thinking, oh god, what the hell is that guy? So after that, every battle happens about the same, except the one with Momo, which she basically has more muscle, more speed, as well as having one for all. So yeah, day one. This one is going to be a bit little, well, have less time than the other ones. But at the same time, it's because this one, I kind of put the entrance exam in the last part when I was supposed to put it in this one. So yeah, hope you liked it. One more video, and then the next one will be later tonight. The next what if I'm going to do is, well, I haven't decided yet actually. So yeah, hope you liked this one. Leave a like if you did. Natsu out.